flight tickets, guys. The flight tickets that we paid from Dubai to Nigeria and the one we paid from Lagos to Asaba. Hey, good. And I'm here wondering, how are people coping? People are saying, I cannot stay that long without seeing my family. What if you live in a country where you cannot even afford flight tickets? Now let me break it down to you. We used Qatar Airways, yeah? Business, you know how they do first class / business, like from Dubai to Doha is first class seats, from Doha to Lagos is business class seats. For my husband, myself, and my daughter, 3, we paid 40,000 dirhams. 40,000 dirhams. Now, calculate it. That's 450, 1 dirhams is 450 naira. Yes, 1 dirhams is 450 naira. So calculate 40,000. For 3, I don't mean each, for 3 of us together. To and fro. As we landed, we used, don't forget, Peace Air or something like that to go to Asaba from Lagos. And we used business class. 3 of us, as me, my husband, and Aria, was 1.5 million. That's 500k each. I've forgotten how much was paid for Annie and Nsikak's economy flights to and fro. So you begin to wonder, how are people coping? 2 years ago, you could buy 3 business class seats or even first class seats for 10 to 12 million naira. Yes, 10 to 12 million naira. I've not traveled for a long time. So then this trip was sort of an emergency because we didn't want to go before. We were just sponsoring from Dubai. We didn't want to go. But all of a sudden, my husband thought about it and said, "Oh, if I don't go on this trip, I'm going to have a baby next year." It's going to be a very long time if I cross there. So we just spontaneously, and for the sake of my father, because I was really close to my daddy, honestly, and we traveled. So we booked our flight 2 days before the trip. And also people say, hey, if you book it 2 weeks, it will be cheaper. It's not Emirates and Qatar. I did tell you, go and try. It's not Emirates and Qatar. Yeah, Emirates and Qatar, they are like, Emirates is Qatar is number 1 in the world. Qatar Airways, yeah. Emirates is also as expensive. So you ask yourself, how are people coping? Yeah, sorry, this is a mirror selfie. And self out my face is a mirror selfie. That's how my eyes are moving, like I'm looking into the mirror. So you ask yourself, do you remember that flight tickets used to be a necessity, plain necessity in the past? Now it is heavy luxury. Why? Sometimes I ask myself, will the naira improve? When we moved to Dubai earlier, naira was, to dirhams was just 100 naira. Honestly, 100. Now it is 450 naira and it fluctuates. It moves up and down. How? Annie's economy, we paid economy flights for Annie from Dubai. I think it's between 2,600 or 2,800 dirhams. I know it's not up to 3,000. It's between 2,600 to 2,800 dirhams. I can't remember. My husband booked the flight. So how are people coping? I just found out that road trip, like if you want to travel by road from Lagos to Anambra State now, you have to pay like 40,000 naira. 40. Something that used to be 8,000 and people were shouting, 10,000, people were screaming. Christmas period, it used to be 12, 15k. Now it's 40. My guy, December is coming. How much do you think they will charge? It should be like 80 to 100k. What is happening?